So recently I had a conversation with a great startup, so a fantastic idea, and these guys have been working already for quite some time in building product and getting it to market, so they've done a phenomenal job. And their question to me, and the reason they wanted to catch up, was really, should we take funding? Should we go and get money to help grow the business? And it was really interesting. So we had the one partner who was seeing risk now in the business, who thought, I'm putting a lot of time in and a reasonable amount of money, and we're not yet cost neutral, and we're not making money just yet. And the other partner, who was probably still looking forward and going, well, actually, we're not that far to go. There's a little bit of work we need to do, and we will get there, and we will become profitable in the not too distant future. So it was a really interesting question around, what they felt they needed to do. And the outcome of that ultimately was, in understanding where they were both coming from, was helping to rationalize for the person who I think was much more emotional about the risk, that in reality they weren't very far off, and therefore they should continue on the path that they were and avoid funding for as long as possible. And the reason for that, when you think about it, is that funding is really great for the VCs, and you've got to understand the VC model here. You've got to understand how it works for them. And their view of the world is that they'll invest in a lot of organizations, but they don't care for those organizations to be marginally successful. They've got to be explosively successful. And if you're not going to be that, if you're not going to be the billion-dollar business for them, then they really don't care about you at the end. And so what it means is funding is great for VCs, but it could be really terrible for the founders. If you're not the one that makes it, as a founder, you could end up with nothing in your business. No control, no equity, and in the end, you'll have to start another business with a new idea. If you are an entrepreneur and a founder, and you believe that you are the right person to grow your own business, then I would strongly encourage you to take the pain, to work harder, because the rewards are infinitely greater if you can do it yourself. And if you can't do it yourself, hold on for as long as you can before you take any funding, and make sure it's very small and it's a minority stake.